Welcome to Socially Awkward. I'm going to be doing a read-through of this VN because I have a lot of affection for it. I think it's very cute. I think it's very funny. So before I do that, a little bit of housekeeping. Socially Awkward is an 18-plus gay furry visual novel. So it is not for people under the age of 18, and if the other two aspects, gay furry visual novel, if those things annoy you, you're probably best not watching. But with that out of the way, my name is Pink Wisp. I'm not very good at introductions, but we're going to play Socially Awkward. So we're going to start a new game. Let's do this. Welcome to Socially Awkward. This VN is still in development. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either the products of the author's imagination or are used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. It contains mature content and sensitive subjects that some individuals may find offensive or disturbing. By continuing, you are acknowledging that you are at least 18 years old. What is your name? Pressing enter defaults to Jayce. We're going to just stick with the default name. Monday, 5:30 a.m. Click. Yeah. It's morning. The birds are singing, the roads are busy, and the sun is slapping you with its photons. It's the third week of living in your two-bedroom apartment, yet you still feel alienated by your surroundings. As the encroaching beam of sunlight touches your sensitive toes, you can't help but wince and groan as you declare war at the sun. Go away, sun. Shoo, shoo. You try shooing away the sun. It doesn't seem to be working. Hissing at it doesn't seem to be working either. So you decided to turn your back towards it and hug the cold wall for comfort. But alas, your war is an inevitable loss, as today is the day of your first day in college. Bah. It almost feels like yesterday that you graduated from high school. Technically, it was just 3 months ago. The thought of school makes your body cringe in disgust over the horrible memories you've experienced in your life. Mama, I hate school. You mumbled and rolled. But Jayce, school is good for you. You should just try and pass it. You imitated your mother horribly. Mama! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then started to sing. After cringing your mind awake, you roll to the edge of the bed, lift half your body up, licking your paw, and groom your bed hair with it. Scratching your chin, you turn your body, facing towards the windowsill, remembering where you put your phone, but it wasn't there. So, you tilt your body to the side, thinking it must have fallen off the bed. Your sneaky, tempered glass-protected, rugged-cased smartphone reveals itself by sliding down your butt. As you press the power button, the red battery of death flashes before your eyes for 3 seconds. Then it turns itself off.
Ah, crud. Must have fallen asleep while playing FurTube again. Why does it always autoplay? I never use that feature.
Plunging it in, the screen immediately comes to life and greets you with the time.
5:32. Still got 2 hours.
Reluctant to get up, you fall to your side with the pillow to cushion your fall. Closing your eyes, you drift into your imagination, thinking of food or dicks. This VN is brilliant. We're going to pick this. Delicious fried food. Tempura, fried chicken, squid balls, spring rolls. All of the heart-stopping goodness throwing themselves into your mouth like sacrificial offerings.
Yum. Nom, nom, nom. Nom. No. I'm hungry now.
Better start the day off. The kitchen. The remnants of the previous owners, your sisters, still lingers on with 5 chairs surrounding the table, one of which is your little stool. Somehow, you prefer sitting on that over the 5. With FurTube playing on your phone, you place it down near a counter as you put on your stained apron and oversized mittens. Difficult as it is to cook with oven mittens, but past experience has taught you that it's better safe than sorry. Oil can be a delicious friend or a hazardous foe. Flicking a bit of your friend and butter into the pan, then setting the burner on the stove to its maximum setting, you waited for the pan to heat up while listening to the weather forecast. It's a sunny day today. Don't forget to bring a bottle of water as well as your portable fans, everyone. Sponsored by the Welton Company.
Expensive shit.
The scent of burning oil brings your attention back to the stove. You turn off the stove, crack 2 eggs together, then swirl the oil and butter all over the eggs for an even cook. You bite your right mitten off to reach for the seasonings. A little bit of salt, a flick of pepper, and a tap of Ajinomoto. The eggs were right on point and runny. You reach for the bread and spatula, raising the cooked eggs up in the air, placing the bread underneath, letting the butter soak, and frying the bread to golden.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Serve. Satisfied with your cooking, you place the plate down on the table next to your smartphone and pour some lemonade into a cup. Then you take your seat, and finally you notice the mitten is still in your mouth. After you finish your meal, you rummage through your bag, checking your books, power bank, and an old portable desk fan that barely fits in your bag. The norm would suggest you use a portable hand fan, but your reasoning doesn't allow it. Why buy a small, expensive one when you can have a big one for the same price? You nod to yourself. You put on your beanie and check the time again.
It's 6:30 a.m. Time to go.
Monday, 6:50 a.m. You take the train to get to campus. Loopwork University. The 13th best college, at least not the last, comparing that there are only 14 colleges in the whole country. It's a plain university for any student who wanted to have an easier time to earn a degree.
This is it. First day of college. I'm going to die!
Your anxiety piles up almost to the point of vomiting. It's just like back on your first day every year in school. You cursed and screamed inside your head as your parents left you with strangers. but you've gotten used to it by the time you started enrolling yourself in second year. Mother was very accommodating to the idea, with an increase of your weekly allowance. Your heart starts pounding, palms getting cold and sweaty, the plastic ID getting heavy.
Gotcha!
With the sound of the beep, you initiate your start of college.
The booklet says to head to the auditorium. Where is it, though?
Okay, so this is the route split. You pick left or right. We're gonna pick right. Because right is always right.
That way. Good job, me. Now, where to sit?
Psst, over here.
Oh!
You see a familiar small lion waving at you. With his cheery smile and long, glossy, wavy mane, it's definitely your best friend from grade school.
Hey, John.
Morning, Jayce. Someone's early today.
Perfect attendance champion over 6 years.
Yet somehow you're always absent on the first day.
I did get a certificate.
I bet you already lost it.
My mom probably has it.
Laminated on the wall?
No, that'd be embarrassing.
I saved you a seat. John gestures with his hands to a vacant seat between his seat and a familiar person, whom you know very well from his hairstyle alone.
Shit!
Shit is right. You've been avoiding this devilishly groomed man since third year. He's your best friend's older brother.
Hey, Tom.
Hey. Tom turns his attention back to the speaker. You take your seat and dread. When you determine the older lion has his full attention to the speaker, you lean to John for a serious question.
I thought you and your brother made up.
We have. Why are we whispering?
Then why are you placing me between you and him like a wall? You know I'm scared of him. He could eat me whole if he wanted to.
Why would he do that? You didn't do anything to him.
I'm associated with you. So that means if you get in trouble, I get in trouble.
I don't think that's how it works with a friend.
You don't know anything, Jon Snow.
Please stop using that reference. It's so old.
It proves my point that I'm scared of your brother.
Fine, if it makes you feel any better, how about we switch seats? This is technically another route split, but because, oh my fucking god, we're going to say no, because why would you do that? Why actually would you put yourself through the social scrutiny of doing that?
Never mind. It'd be weird and too obvious if we switch now.
Thank you, Jayce, for your sensibility. Great! Tom wanted to talk to you.
Huh?
Tom grunts at his little brother while sending death threats via ocular channels. As the battle of two pride clans rages on, you hide deeper into your territory as a neutral country. Clan John is, of course, your longest current ally, but Clan Tom was your first ally, who invited you to his round table of friendship. Hi. The beast speaks. It hungers for recompense.
Hey.
How you been?
Good. Good.
Somehow, you're able to sink even deeper into your seat. It's probably because it's the same seat you get in a movie theater. The ones where the seat automatically folds up when no one is sitting. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's getting awkward. You're practically so deep in your seat that if it weren't for the seat flap, you'd be presenting your ass to the world.
Oh, please, God. End me now.
Say. Good job passing the entrance exam.
Oh, thanks. It was pretty easy since it was just the basics.
Congrats for passing, then.
Thanks.
The small talk created a thick layer of awkward miasma. You just keep sinking into your chair until your knees basically hit you on the forehead. Ahem! Hey, how was... You suck at this. Hey, Jayce! Tom wanted to know if you wanted to hang out and eat dinner together after class.
Together? All three of us?
You slowly open up your clam-bodied self, lured in the promise of food and social gathering with friends. Yep. All three of us. Come on. I've already paid for the three of us. It's Vikings.
Huh? Vikings?
Unlimited pizza, unlimited ice cream, unlimited quesadillas. Do you feel your arteries clogging, Jayce? Ugh. So, what do you say, Jayce? You're starting to recall what your dad said. Not again. Those glaring, disappointing eyes. Why do you keep repeating the same mistake? His frustrated, irritant growl. You're too young to understand. Worst is the way he scowls at you. I got it right the first time. Why couldn't you? Closing his eyes, thinking about something, then slowly flaring his nose and teeth until he releases a short but horrible, sharp growl. You don't understand anything. If you weren't ignoring them, you'd be more responsible. You hate it.
I need to go.
Monday, 7:46 a.m. You walk off from your friends, leaving them to their own conclusion. You wind up back to the school entrance. There was a bulldog guard facing to the street, looking bored and yawning from time to time. You kept walking, trying to find somewhere to be alone. You end up in the schoolyard. Hey, look at this watch I got from Tom.
Oh, cool. Why is it all black?
Because it's a smartwatch. John shakes it and it lights up, displaying a digital time and a pixelated heartbeat.
Oh, wow. Cool, let me see.
You absent-mindedly kept walking around the schoolyard slowly and sluggishly. You were in the cafeteria, making poses with the watch, until you accidentally smash it against the table's edge. The glass screen shattered to pieces. You were in such a shock that you didn't notice Tom storming over to you and John, forcefully grabbing both you and John by the arms and yanking you both away from your seats. His grip almost drew blood, but you were too scared to pull back. He leads you both out to the back and into the front of the secluded sports equipment shed. After he let your arm go, you could feel the blood rushing to your poor hand. Looking up, you see him pacing around the door like a predator, readying for the kill, mumbling to himself.
Tom, I'm so...
Shit. Why the fuck did you take the watch, John? It's under NDA! Tom roared at John, and you could faintly see tears begin to well up on the sides of his eyes. His cracking voice revealed hints of desperation in his anger. A comforting aroma pulls you back into the present, the smell of freshly baked bread saving you from uncomfortable memories. Somehow, your aimless walk led you right into the bakery on campus.
Oh, good morning. What can I get for you today?
A female orange tabby cat came up from the register and greeted you with her hands splayed to the display of freshly baked goods.
Can I browse for a bit? I want to see what's in here. Not a problem, dear.
She walks back to the counter, waiting on your order. You look around at the selection, feigning curiosity at the different baked goods on display. Your mind is, instead, completely focused on Tom's dinner plans and whether or not you should accept the invite. All of this emotional thinking has gotten you hungry. You decide to turn your focus into finding the cheapest bread they have. To no one's surprise, the school has added an extra tax to the bread.
Hope the cashier lady didn't hear me. I'll just get the baguette. It's big and cheap.
Quickly looking over at the cashier, her stare tells you that she heard you perfectly well.
I'll have a baguette, please.
After ringing up your purchase, she elegantly tosses the baguette into a paper bag half its size. Hoping to avoid any potential confrontation, you politely take the bread and hurry over to a seat in the opposite corner of the bakery. Sitting down, you take solace in munching away at the crispy-skinned, soft bread.
God, please let me die choking on this bread. It's good though.
What did he do now?
He's still a child. He didn't do anything wrong.
It's your fault he's like that. I'm going out.
That one, please. Thanks.
Hey!
What are you doing here all alone? I'm waiting for my parents.
In a bakery?
It's nice and cold here.
Yeah, it is nice and cold. But you're in my spot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You raise yourself up, but Tom's hand stops you from leaving. Nah, sorry ain't gonna cut it. Before you could react, he places a big slice of chocolate layered cake on the table and slides it close to you. You're gonna eat this cake with me. Hope you like chocolate.
I don't get it.
The lady gave me a bigger slice today. I didn't want to waste it. Go on, you take the first bite. He hands you a fork while you idly stare at him for a good long second.
Why?
Why not? Like I said, it's too big for me to finish.
No, I mean, why are you sharing this with me?
Why not? We're schoolmates.
But that's weird.
Is it?
Maybe? I don't talk to a lot of people.
So, I'm your first then.
I guess.
My name's Tom. Tom Sarah... Nully. Tom Nully.
Jayce.
Jayce. Cute name. Oh, have you met my brother? John?
I don't really remember my classmates all that well.
Pretty sure he's the only Leo in your classroom.
Oh, yeah, I remember him now. He's super mean to everyone.
What did he do?
I don't want to get into trouble.
Well, I'm the bigger brother. It's my job to hit him whenever he does bad things.
Oh, just like El Tigre Lobo?
Yeah. What's an El Tigre Lobo?
So you're gonna beat up bad guys and shatter their spines?
What is TV showing kids these days? Yeah?
That's cool!
Well, go on. Cake's gonna get warm. It tastes better while it's cold.
Okay, thank you.
You slice a big piece for your tiny mouth, hovering it over to your side for a big bite. As soon as the chocolate touches your tongue, a strange mixture of happiness and sadness begins welling up from your eyes. Whoa! Are you crying?
It's good.
Are you okay?
I don't know. My chest feels...
Tom didn't know it was your birthday at that time. You've never really looked forward to it. Every year, your parents get into a huge fight before your birthday, and it makes it impossible to enjoy anything. Recently, you've tried to find any way to spend it alone, away from them. Strange, really? All you needed was some company and a piece of cake to be happy and sad at the same time. Are you okay, Jayce?
Ah! Tom!
You look away, wiping off the tears. Tom appeared out of nowhere. Or maybe you were too deep in thought.
What are you doing here?
You just walked out on us. So I got worried.
Oh, I wasn't feeling well, is all.
Then I was right to worry, then. Tom takes his seat across the table, then places the back of his hand on your forehead. You're not getting a fever, are you? He places a hand on his forehead to compare.
It's not that.
Oh, are you hungry? Got some cake with me. Tom places an origami cake box on the table. It was obvious he just bought it while you were zoning out. The logo of the shop on the box is a dead giveaway.
Tom.
Come on. Can't really finish this all by myself. He unwraps the box, revealing 2 slices of triple chocolate mousse cake. The seams in between reveals that it was pre-cut. Liar, he definitely bought one for you. Let's dig in. He hands you a fork that you reluctantly take.
Tom. Later.
You take small, awkward bites of the cake, taking your time to savor the consistency of the mousse. As you reach for the third bite, a thud echoed from the window.
Eh?
It was John blowing his mouth against the window, showing those pearly white teeth and uvula. Staring at you both, with his tongue swaying side to side, making it super creepy. The way he smiles while doing it, you shudder.
What is he doing?
I may have forgotten to tell him that I found you. Sure, eat cake while I scour the whole building for Jayce. Sorry. No biggie. Yoink. Johnny yoinks Tom's cake with his bare hand and eats the whole thing. Tom just sits there, scowling at John without lifting a finger, as if this was already predetermined by brotherly law. Ah, that's the stuff, he says as he suckles on his fingertips, leaving no frosting behind. So, did he say yes to your dinner date, bro?
Eh?
It's not a date, he says behind clenched teeth. Sure. Hey, Jayce. Nice to see you alive, buddy.
I guess?
Don't forget, put a rubber on it, bye!
That was really weird. He talked so fast that I didn't quite get what he said at the end.
Tom didn't say a word. He slowly leans back, looking up, exhausted.
Wanna help me finish this cake?
Sure. The cake was great. Its soft, jelly-like consistency, the creamy outer layer, the hard, bitter biscuit underneath, it was a confectionery delight. Your only regret is that Tom only took one bite. He was insistent that you eat everything, saying that he's looking after his weight. Not only he insulted your figure, but also your dignity. Not like you had any when you just gobbled the whole slice.
Yum!
2 years. 2 years you've been avoiding Tom ever since that day. John told you time and time again that you weren't responsible for Tom's job suspension. But your dad, he made it sound like you were. You can't recall everything he said, but the feeling his words left behind struck a nail in your heart, leaving a constraining reminder of your actions. You had to take a week of absence after you were about to cry in class from the pain in your stomach. The doctor diagnosed you with stress ulcers, saying the stress of school was to blame. You knew it wasn't school. It was a lonely week, except for John's constant messages of death. Most of them were death memes. You got a good chuckle out of them. John wasn't allowed to visit face to face. Something about not stressing you out, or you're too weak and he might carry a disease. At least that's what your dad said. But the constant sound of rocks thrown at the wall was even more stressful. Not only that, he kept screaming your name until you popped your head out the window for him to just say, "Hi!" and then he walked away. Something was definitely wrong with that boy, but it made you happy regardless. Tom, however, never visited. Anything wrong?
No. I was just thinking, is all.
It's about 2 years ago, isn't it?
You didn't give a reply, only keeping your eyes on your plate.
Listen, Jayce. I was in a really bad place at that time. I panicked. I didn't know what else to do but scream for an answer. I didn't mean to drag and scream at you. I'm sorry.
No! I'm the one who should be sorry. You got suspended and almost lost your job because of what I did.
Jayce, it wasn't your fault. It was John's.
But I broke it.
Oh, Jayce, it was just a prototype. It was meant to be broken so that the company would figure out how to prevent it.
But what if I made another mistake and it only turned out way worse?
Cut your ties. You're different. You can't survive in his world.
I thought, since you didn't visit anymore, that was it. Dad said it was for the best.
He said that?
Huh?
Tom looks away, pondering about something for a minute.
What else did he tell you?
That I was the reason you got suspended, and that if it weren't for me, you'd be a star already.
Anything else?
Just that John visited from time to time.
He didn't mention anything about me?
No. All he ever mentioned is John making a racket outside when I had my ulcer.
That old fuck.
What's the matter?
Your dad lied to us.
Huh?
It wasn't just John who visited.
Wait, you visited too?
Of course, Jayce. I was so worried when John told me that you got sick after. I showed up to your front door as soon as class ended. But your dad, I don't know how he made me believe him, but he got me to believe that you never wanted to see me again.
That manipulative fucking bastard! He made me believe the same thing! Why the hell would he do that?
As much as I hate him for what he did to us, I unfortunately understand where he's coming from.
How could you understand him?
Because I'm a Leo.
So? What does that have to do with his lousy-ass parenting?
Everything. We'll continue this during dinner, if you're still okay with it.
Yes.
You nod enthusiastically, wanting to get to the bottom of this.
Great, let's go. I already know where your classroom is.
Hold on, let me check my stuff first.
With feelings of agitation, frustration, and betrayal at your dad, you can't help but aggressively beat your pants to check on your phone and wallet. With the necessities located, you yank your bag off the floor in a fit of rage and haphazardly toss around its contents to make sure everything you have is inside. As you finish checking all of your belongings, you felt a familiar hand on your shoulder.
Hmm?
It reeled you out from your bag and onto its owner.
What?
Oh, nothing. Making sure my best friend is alright is all.
I'm fine.
Sure you are.
He pulls you closer until your cheek is smushed against his chest. The smell of cologne pinching your nose and emanating from his chest is a cool, spicy, masculine scent. But what lies behind that concoction of smells is a familiar and much more alluring scent. It's making you feel dizzy with arousal. Either it was the cologne or the natural sweet scent of your best friend's body odor. Either way, you're getting hard. You thank the gods above that Tom started blowing into your ear with his nose.
Tom, that tickles. What's gotten into you?
I don't know. I just feel so happy right now.
That's weird.
Is it? I got my best friend back, and we both hate our dads.
That's definitely weird to be happy about. The dad hating part.
Tom still holds you close for another minute before mumbling something out while rubbing his nose against your ear.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too, Tom.
Well, come on. You're gonna be late on your first day of college.
Okay.
Are you really okay? Your face is all red.
Totally. It's just stuffy in here, is all. Let's go already.
You ran ahead of Tom, who had to call you back because you were running in the wrong direction. It was enough to calm yourself down from your emotional high as you ran back to his side. Tom was also feeling the high, smiling so brightly as you walked side by side on the empty marbled road. All of the students have already gathered in their respective classrooms, some latecomers here and there, but it was just you and Tom walking calmly outside.
Your classroom is just at the end of this hall. I have to take these stairs.
He gestures to the stairs next to him.
Okay, Tom. I'll see you after class.
Later.
You wave your goodbye as Tom waves back as he walks up the stairs to his floor. You gave a deep sigh of relief, cherishing the moment. 2 years of self-doubt begins to slowly wash away. Unfortunately, there are still a few stains that needed to be scrubbed out. Your dad. Why the secrecy? Why Tom? What about John? But it wasn't the time to resolve it by yourself. There's still the dinner plan with Tom, and you still need to attend your class. And I think that's where we're going to leave this. So, that was the first episode of Socially Awkward. I hope you all enjoyed. We're starting Tom's route, and we've already got some questions posed to us by the narrative as to why it was so important that these two be kept separate. And what about Jayce's father? He certainly doesn't seem like the nicest person. But we'll have to wait and see whether or not these questions get expanded upon or answered in future builds. So yes, this Socially Awkward is made by Monchimutt. I will leave a link to his Twitter and Patreon in the description. Please go and support him on Patreon and give him your pocket money. Please give him money. He keeps asking. He will continue to ask. This is a very, very fun project, so let's continue to have more of it. But that's enough rambling from me. This has been Pink Wisp, equally as bad at outros as he is at intros. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.